guys, and welcome back to the Philly and Pack podcast. My name is Ethan Jennings, and with me is my friend and colleague, Lam Ngafeeson. How you doing, Lam?
I'm doing great. We are getting into our first college football video. We're gonna start with records for the ACC today.
Yeah. Just a disclaimer, we kind of went through their schedules. We didn't really predict game for game. We just kind of took an estimate, looking at who these teams were playing.
Yeah.
Starting off here, we're going in alphabetical order. Starting off here with Boston College in the ACC, 2-10 for me. They had one really good player on Boston College last year.
And now, guess where he is?
So, Boston College lost their one bright spot, and they weren't even good with A.J. Dillon. So Boston College, you're going 2-10.
Sorry.
Yeah, Clemson now. Yeah, they're 12-0. I hate saying it. Yeah. I don't like it when teams dominate for this long.
Yeah.
Alabama's starting to kind of fall off a little bit. And now Clemson's here. Clemson's going 12-0. They have such an easy schedule. The only games that they might lose is possibly at Louisville, very small chance, and at Notre Dame. Those are the only two games I could see Clemson possibly falling in.
Yeah, some of the top teams right now are losing their quarterbacks, but they still have Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence probably going to end up being the number one overall pick.
He's probably going to win the Heisman Trophy. There's no one else I could really see doing that at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you have it.
So, Duke is up now. Duke had a couple good years in a row and then kind of fell off. I don't see them doing well this year. I have them at 4-8. They have some games in their schedule this year that I think they can win. I think Duke is a very average team for a 4-8 record.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
they don't really
Duke,
have anyone special. So.
Yeah, Duke's not really a jump off the charts at U team.
Yeah, they're not a football school basically.
Yeah. A couple years ago they were ranked, and we all know that Miami play that should have been blown dead. I'm pretty sure the number's 8 times.
Yeah.
It's a big number, but Florida State's up now.
Yeah.
This could be a really good team. It could be a really bad team. This could be a 10-2 team. This could be a 3-9 team. Florida State is trying to figure out an NFL team to compare them to.
They're
the Chargers or something like that.
They have talent, definitely. They get a decent amount of recruits in.
Florida State, they're just they lost their running back in Cam Akers last year.
Yes, they did. That's the guy I was looking for.
Yeah, it's just gonna be hard for Florida State to really boost, but I have them at 8-4 here. I think they'll at least get a bowl game because they're Florida State and they're not going to miss out on 2 years in a row. Which brings us to our next team, Georgia Tech, who, could be good.
Well, but let's not really lie. They could be average if they do good. Yeah,
but they're 1-11 right now. They have one game. I'm blanking on who it's against, but it's against some FCS opponent that I think they're going to win. But Georgia Tech, I don't know why they do this, but they always schedule, Power 5 opponents at the beginning of the season. Clemson's their first game of the season. The Georgia Tech's just not setting themselves up.
That's a great way. I love when the best teams in college football get teams like this to start off the season. They just win 60-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia Tech keeps games close, but they just can't pull it out in the end. But, yeah, now we're moving on to Louisville, who I think this is, a candidate for, my surprise team of the year. This is a team I could see doing it. Last year you saw it, Louisville, kind of trash. This year, they didn't lose that much.
Well,
they lost Mekhi Becton.
That is a pretty...
That is a big loss, but really besides that, they didn't lose much.
Yeah,
So if they can, kind of fill that hole, which is going to be really hard to do, but if they can, this could be a good team.
Yes.
8-4 is the record here. Brings us to Miami. Another candidate for me for a reward you wouldn't really want in my eyes. my disappointment of the year.
Yeah, I really hope they're a disappointment because they have Michigan State are playing them.
Yeah.
Pretty early on, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like Miami. Yeah, they are a good they're a good overall like school, and they're never gonna suck. They're never.
Well.
They're not like
Well.
well, let me rephrase that. They're never gonna be at the bottom of the ACC.
Wow.
No, please.
I don't like Miami. Okay, I don't like them.
Yeah, I know you don't like them, but I feel like they're never gonna be at the bottom. But they're not. They're definitely not where they used to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is another.
They had one surprise season that we thought they were turning it around. Now we're not thinking that so much.
I think they're gonna stay right where they are for the time.
Yeah, 7-5. Pinstripe Bowl type team. Moving on to NC State, a team, once again, that could be a top 25 team, could also be a 3-9 team. So we just put them in the middle at 6-6 here. There's not much to say about NC State. Yeah. They're not a super flashy squad.
Yeah,
but
don't have to spend too much time on that.
Yeah, they're average. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to their rivals in North Carolina. North Carolina showed instances of looking pretty amazing last year. They lost by, I believe it was 1 point to Clemson on a failed 2-point attempt, I think is how that game ended. North Carolina this year could possibly be the champions of their specific division in the ACC. I don't think they're with Clemson. I think North Carolina 9-3 this year, definitely a very solid team.
Yeah.
Which brings us to one of my least favorite teams, being a Penn State fan. Actually, probably my least favorite team, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Hate Pitt. I think they're very average. They're average every year. They show signs of being a good team, but this year 6-6 for Pittsburgh. Yeah. They'll be in a bowl game. They might miss it with a 5-7 record, but Pitt, not really a special team to me. Kenny Pickett, I believe, is still there. Yeah, that's really a terrible name for a quarterback, Kenny Pickett.
He just sounds like a bad quarterback. I'm sorry.
Kenny Pickett, that just sounds awful. But moving on to another team I hate, because I'm a Penn State fan, Syracuse.
He hates a lot of teams.
Penn State way back in the day when we used to play Boston College, Pitt, and Syracuse every year. Syracuse, this team, I don't know what happened. They had one season where they were 8-4, 9-3, right? They were so good. They're 4-8 now. They fell off so hard last season.
Yeah.
I was so excited to see them hopefully even beat Clemson or something.
Yeah,
I don't do it.
Yeah, I don't feel like they have enough talented players right now. Their coaching is not anything special. So, not good players, not good coaching.
Yeah, bad team. Virginia, coming off of an Orange Bowl appearance against Florida where they got smacked. Yeah, Virginia, I have them going 7-5 this year. They lost a lot of players who into the draft. I believe Bryce Hall is the name of the corner that they lost. Definitely their best player on the team.
Yeah, I think they also lost their quarterback, if I am not being wrong. Yeah, they've lost couple pretty good players. I think they're still a good team, so that's why you have them at 7-5.
Virginia Tech now, who is playing Penn State this year for, I don't know if I didn't know this until very recently. This is going to be the first ever meeting between Penn State and Virginia Tech. It's going to be played in Blacksburg in Virginia Tech campus.
That's a loss for Penn State.
You shut up. No, they're not. They're not. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're not losing to Virginia Tech on the road. If they're not going to lose to Pitt on the road, they're not losing to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, 9-3. With one of those losses being to Penn State.
No, they're going to be 10-2. Congratulations. You guys are beating Penn State. Anyways, Wake Forest.
We're going to even be able to post this video at this point.
Yes, we will.
Another average team who could be good. I have them going 7-5 tier. I mean, they have been slowly creeping into, like, not contention per se, but being
like
a
more,
good team.
Yeah, more,
like they're
more
slowly creeping up there.
significant bowl games, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's so slow that people aren't noticing Wake Forest. Like, they almost beat Florida State a few years ago. But, yeah. So, that concludes the ACC. Virginia Tech's not going to beat Penn State.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe for more sports videos. Are you kidding me? No. No.